Well, hey there. Hello, hello, hello. It's me. My name is Tanea, and I am almost 32 years old. I'll be 32 this month. I come from a fairly big family. I'm the youngest of five. I grew up in New Zealand, and now I'm here in the US living with my family. I got two baby girls. Well, three. One is in New Zealand, two are here. And howdy, howdy. This microphone's a little broken. It's missing its clip. Apologies. I don't know what's going on there with the microphone, but don't worry, it clears itself up very, very shortly. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. So basically, I'm going to share today just everything about autism, everything I know, everything in my own personal experience, and yeah, it'll be just a casual chit chat if you know what I mean. So yeah, and I'll do my best to just be me and not be masking since I'm so used to masking all the time. So hey, my baby Daisy is right here. So let's continue. Yeah, as a child, there were classic signs of autism that obviously I knew nothing about because I was just a kid. What did I know about autism? I was told when I was probably in my late teens, young adult years, oh, you had selective mutism. And I thought, oh, yeah, that's what I had when I was a kid because I was nonverbal for a long, long time. Um, I only spoke to people I felt safe with and trusted, which was some couple close friends at school and my siblings, but I had fear mostly with adults. I'm just going to take that off here, baby. I had a lot of fear, mostly with adults. Talking to them, I don't know, just overwhelming fear. Like, I don't know why I'm just absolutely mortified to open my mouth and speak. I didn't like being put on the spot. I didn't like all the attention on me, and yeah, just very shy. Basically, I was nonverbal for the most part growing up. They put me in writing for the disabled, which is a program in New Zealand. I'm not sure if it's overseas as well, but it's a program where they basically have you skip some classes at school to go ride horses, and I thought that was pretty cool because I honestly didn't know I was disabled. I didn't think I was disabled. I thought, oh, they just think I'm disabled, so cool, I get to ride horses, which was really, really cool and fun. I really enjoyed it too. It was nice and quiet, which is what I needed because being autistic, too much activity is just overwhelming, too much noise. Sorry, this is just all over the place. I'm not really structuring this video just because it's just a hey, let's talk about autism and how I found out I'm autistic. So so anyway, let's just fast forward to when I found out I was autistic. So I found out I was autistic when I was 27. So this was after I already had a couple kids, after I got married, and also after I came to Christ. So yeah, I don't know why, but I always felt like something was wrong with me. People always treated me like something was wrong with me. I didn't think anything was wrong with me at first until people started treating me and telling me something was wrong with me. It was called the R word. I don't know if that's okay to say here, but the R word, I was called that a lot growing up, and I was called stupid and all kinds of things. Everyone said I was too shy. What's wrong with me? Why don't I talk? Why don't I talk? Why don't I talk to people? And honestly, it's not that I didn't want to. I did. It's just, it was really hard, and I couldn't explain why it was so hard for me. Eventually, I don't know, something switched, something changed, I think, when I became a mom. I just really got pushed or forced outside of my comfort zone, and eventually started to speak more, but it was still really hard for me. And I eventually started to just mask and kind of hide the autism without realizing I was autistic. And yeah, I found out that I was autistic when I was 27 years old. And I remember just thinking to myself, okay, maybe I'm autistic. I don't know why. Just a thought popped up. Maybe I'm autistic. So I took a few online tests, just answering all the questions. And wasn't necessarily the results that had me convinced. It was more the questions themselves. It was talking about, like being overwhelmed, like my preferences and routines and yeah, just things like that that really confirmed me. Oh, because I really didn't know what autism was. And a big reason I had suspected some years ago I could be autistic, but the big reason I didn't think that I was honestly more to do with just some people saying that autistic people tend to be like highly intelligent or have a really specific niche interest or skill like they're really, really good at. And I'm like, well, I'm not that. I'm dumb. I'm not smart. So I'm definitely not autistic. Like, what's my special skill? So I just put it off for a while, even looking into whether I could be or not. But then I just decided one day to take those quizzes. And of course, they showed up. You probably might have autism. You should go get assessed. And I did try getting assessed a couple years later, but I was kind of rejected to get an assessment done just because a lot of people look at me when I'm asking and think, well, you're just a little bit shy. You've got a confidence problem, or you're just this or that. A lot of people don't wouldn't label me autistic or think I'm autistic because I can communicate and I don't look weird, I suppose. Little do they know. Anyway, so I got sent to a psychologist instead to do some like therapy sessions, I guess, for anxiety. And that wasn't helpful at all. I just wanted to get assessed for autism and didn't get my diagnosis or anything. I would still like to, so I'm currently self diagnosed, and that's fun. It would be nice to actually be diagnosed, but hey, it, I'm on the spectrum. I'm pretty convinced of it. I mean, it's not something I'm choosing as a personality quirk, it's actually a real life struggle. Yes, a lot of autistic people tend to be a little quirky and they have vibrant personalities, I would say. But autism it's a serious, uh, I guess you could say, invisible disability because it is to do with your brain. Our brain is operating on a different level, if you know what I mean. They tend to be quite sensitive, have sensory overload issues, or just sensory issues in general. I would say my sensory issues are mild compared to other autistic people, but they're still very much present. Like I kind of have like a limit of how much time I can spend out. Like I could probably go to 3 stores max. If I'm going to like 5, 10, like I'm gonna be pretty stressed out. I don't like busy restaurants or cafes. Like for my birthday, I'd rather just have a dinner at home, lunch at home, or picnics. I love picnics. Get some food at a nice place, take it out, and go for a picnic. I've always enjoyed nature and being in quiet areas. And my family, hey guys, if you're watching, my family always made fun of me for enjoying nature, and it's actually just to do with how it helps me cope and it just relaxes my mind and my body because of all the just overstimulation from being out in the world. Um, but yeah, what else can I say about autism? Honestly, yeah, in terms of disability, there's a really, really good quote from Mr. Rogers, which I will share somewhere here. Yeah, I love Mr. Rogers. He's great. He's awesome. Mr. Rogers was such a lovely, wonderful man, and he's one of my heroes. One of my, I suppose, people that I look up to. Um, he just had a way with speaking to children and being so loving and nurturing in a very Christ-like way. And yeah, back to like I'm self-diagnosed. I hope to get officially diagnosed at some point, but it's totally valid to be self-diagnosed. If you just know, you know that you have autism. I mean, you can diagnose yourself. I don't think you can diagnose with like everything, but in this case with autism, like it's kind of obvious you would know. But I don't need to explain myself on that one. If you know, you know, you know. uh, Something that helped me confirm my autism, honestly, was the fact that like as an adult, I've always had people talk to me like I'm a child, and that's just been such a weird experience. Like I'm clearly an adult or young adult at least. I don't know if I look younger than I am, but you know, I'm not a child, but I've had people talk to me like I'm a child my whole life, like even as a teenager. And then some people say, "Well, you're not a child. Why can't you talk?" You know, and just so many experiences. I think a big thing also that confirms my autism is like I feel pretty normal, I suppose, when I'm just about the house doing my own thing. But as soon as I'm interacting with people out there in the world, I'm like, ah, yes, I am different, wired a little different. So it's just the interactions are not what I observe. Like I don't have the same interactions that everyone else seems to be having. Like why are people a little different with me? But I just want to say very much appreciate when people treat us autistic people, or at least in my case, I appreciate when people treat me like I'm just anybody else. Like don't treat me or talk down to me or do you know what I mean? I am just a person at the end of the day. I better wrap this up. I got a baby to take care of, but I just wanted to share, yeah, autism. It's great. Would I prefer to not have autism? I probably. But life would be easier without autism, but I'm thankful that I do have it. I recognize it as it has its strengths and, you know, God didn't make mistakes making me. Of course, I'd rather my children are not autistic just because I don't want them to have to live through a lot of the struggles that I did. Although they would have a lot more support than what I had, I still don't want them to have to go through all the things that I did. But yeah, if you're autistic and you're also an adult and a mom, it's tough work, but with Christ, you can do all things. And I believe that God uses our autism, um, you know, to for His glory, and He gives us strength. You know, we all have challenges, whether you're dealing with disability, illness, or good health. You know, God has a way of just blessing our homes and our ability to care for our children. So just want to say, hey, hey, and have a great day. So, you know, I've said enough for the day. Probably a lot more I could have mentioned, but yeah, I'm busy with kids and stuff, so it's hard to find the time. But I just wanted to jump in here and chat a little about that. So, bye, guys. Oh, wait 1 minute. I didn't mention some of my special interests, which I know I have in a previous video, but you know, my my special interests change a lot. So I do suspect there could be a little ADHD mixed in there because I'm kind of at odds with myself a lot, and yeah, so I bounce from like interest to interest, and it just changes all the time because I can't just keep one. It's really hard. One special interest obviously is making content. I enjoy editing, filming, making videos. I love photography. If I could have a full-time job, I would love to be like a videographer or photographer or, you know, doing things with a camera. I love just capturing beautiful sights and beautiful moments. But yeah, I love flowers. I can't name all the flowers, so I'm not on that autism level of like, oh, I know everything about flowers, but I love flowers and I love trees and I love ducks. I adore ducks. Ducks are just These are the cutest birds, okay? They're the cutest animals in my opinion. I love ducks. I love duck watching. I love duck feeding. I love I love ducks. I love them. Uh, Ducks are my favorite. I love bird watching. I love going for walks, especially if the more trees, the better. Love it. I love it. I love climbing up hills. Hiking is fun as long as it's safe. I don't want to, get myself into trouble with hiking, but I love climbing up, getting a nice mountain view. I love picnics. I love op shopping, going to the thrift store. It's fun. It's fun if I have enough money to get things I like. But op shopping is always fun, even if I'm just browsing. It's great. I love a nice sunny day, but not too hot. Springtime is beautiful because flowers and fresh air and a little bit of rain, never hurts. I used to love horses, obviously. I was in riding for the disabled. Still like horses, but not like a lot, a lot. Um, what else? I love children's books. I think they're just so wonderful. I want to write and illustrate my own, maybe someday. And yeah, there's a lot more I could say, but those are some of the things I really love. And I'll catch you in another video because my baby needs me. So bye, guys. Baby, I love you, Diddy. I love